Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm very lucky because we're going to have a conversation with Jo. Welcome to the studio, Jo.
Hi.
So, Jo, who are you?
Great many things.
Thank you. That's all we had time for. No.
So primarily I work at D-Pad Studio. We are the developers of Owlboy, Savant Descent, and more recently Vikings on Trampolines.
Yes.
It's a game that is coming soon.
Trademark.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Owlboy really, it became kind of a hit. So we've kind of been coasting on it for a while. This year marks the 10 years anniversary of the game.
Oh, that feels weird.
It's as long as it was in development, so
Yes.
it's kind of a mark.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about your journey. I just want because we've known each other for a bit over 10 years. One of the first times we met was actually when Owlboy came out, because that was when I started being in game enthusiast press or game journalist, and I remember interviewing you. Then I don't know if you remember this, I actually bought the physical copy of Owlboy from you directly.
Yes.
And we met in this in the back alley in Bergen, and here's Owlboy, and here's a plush.
Yes. It's so weird because we started. We're actually doing a convention today, or where we're selling stuff.
Yeah.
We don't do that a lot, so
Yeah.
it was actually a very special occasion.
Oh.
You're one of the few who got one of the plushies.
I felt lucky.
Yeah.
I feel lucky.
So we mostly stay inside and work.
Game developer.
Yes.
Yes.
So Simon, he's the other part of D-Pad Studio. He is a pixel master or a grand master even.
Yes.
Owlboy is kind of known for its pixel art, and that's all Simon. So we're pushing it even further with Vikings on Trampolines. I wish we didn't. It's really it's such a high resolution game.
Yeah.
That Simon's really pushing all of his craftsmanship into it.
Yeah, just if you want, just have a quick look at how masterful he is. What's the Simon's online handle?
So it's at Snake Pixel.
Go to Snake Pixel either. Is he still on Twitter or Blue Sky?
Yes.
Yes.
Instagram. You'll find him. He's most active on Blue Sky and Twitter these
Yeah.
days. He also has his own website, snakepixel.art.
Yes.
He's just such a unique artist.
Yeah. Or just buy Owlboy and you can check out the art there.
Yeah.
But okay, we started at the end, but let's go back to the beginning. How did you get into the game development scene?
So I started when I was 6 years old.
That's early.
Yes. I bought my first Nintendo. I played Super Mario Bros. 3 on
Yeah.
it. And I decided then and there that I'm going to make games. I bought new games for the system, but they didn't work. Apparently, the Nintendo that I bought it from a friend, and he bought it in Japan.
Uh-oh.
So it couldn't play the Norwegian or the European,
Region locking.
Yes, back when that was a thing. And that made me cry for hours. I had bought Super Mario 2, and you could see the game start up for 2 seconds, and then it reset. So every 2 seconds, you got the intro song, reset.
Oh, you poor,
And so
poor
it was,
boy.
it was like torture. It was like, please, let me play this game.
Of course, there was no warning. Hey, this is the wrong.
No error messages,
No.
no nothing. It just reset. So it was like living hell. So my dad, he wanted me to stop crying. We went
Good
back
dad.
to the store. Now we live on a remote island.
Yes.
And going back to the toy store in town took us about an hour, an hour and a halk back then because
Yeah.
there was no bridge.
Yeah.
And he bought me a Sega instead with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on it.
Nice.
And that's when I got so inspired that I mean, I just started making my own stuff immediately. Like I had Legos back home that I started making like worlds in. I had a camera, my dad's camera, like this big, and I started making stop motion pictures and using Legos and stuff. So I wanted to learn every piece of making games, and that started with animation. I got my first computer at 11 and started just immediately making games in PowerPoint. I couldn't program, so I discovered this program called PowerPoint, and you can like click different arrows, and you could click stuff in it to go to another page.
Yeah.
And I made visual novels. And then I wanted to make like a battle game, and I started like having a bunch of options. So I had like one game was 1,000 slides just for one battle.
Do you still have these games?
On some ancient computer.
Oh.
And then I started learning how to program when we got the internet. That's the first thing I Googled, like, how do I program games?
How make game?
Yes. And back then you didn't really have much. You had a really old modding engine, I would call it, called the Hamster Republic. It was just like an RPG game, pretty standard stuff, but you could replace the sprites with your own.
Right.
I had been reading Pondus, which is a local cartoon, and I started making Pondus characters inside it. And
You made a Pondus RPG?
yes, and it was really fun actually. You could like hire Jokke as a teammate and stuff, yeah, it had a
little baby sniper.
yes. And of course, every quest that you had came from the pub. So, so you went back to the pub to get.
I want to
new
play
quests.
these games. When are these games coming out? I don't. Okay, I do care about my trampolines, but give me Pondus, the Pondus RPG.
Yeah. I made a lot of stuff. When things opened up for me, that was when I got introduced to GameMaker.
Right.
So GameMaker is still an engine that a lot of indie developers use. It's primarily 2D. That's what I would use it for. It's very pixel art friendly. I started animating pixel art and stuff, and I just started making a bunch of games. I think I have to date like 200 unfinished projects. Some of them are finished, and I actually launched them on a website called rufflegames.com.
R-O.
Yeah, ROFL.
Ah,
Ruffle.
rolling on floor laughing.
Yes, games.com. I put my first games there. There's a game called Dungeon Chaos, which I spent about half a year on. That's like the biggest project I did back then. It was a platformer shooter, and people really liked it.
Nice.
And I started thinking, okay, maybe I could do this as a career. I started working on it more, but I wanted a job in the actual industry. I wanted a real job. Because indie games weren't really something that you made money of back then.
They weren't really a thing in like how it is today.
No, you had Newgrounds. You could launch your game on there and maybe add ads and stuff. But I didn't want to make Flash games.
Yeah.
I wanted something that felt a little more real.
Yeah, but I get why it's weird saying it, but yeah, the games on Newgrounds, like we in Norway have En to Tre Spill.
Yes.
They're not real games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, these are not the types of games I want to make. I want to make big games. So I applied for a job at Lionhead Studios, who were working on Fable at that time, because Fable as a concept is just the concept that I want to work on.
Nice.
I had just got my bachelor in programming, but I suck at programming still to this day. So I had no chance probably at, getting that job.
Yeah.
But lucky for me, the week before I went off to England, because I actually moved there, I wanted to work as a janitor or whatever. As long as I could get my foot in the door at Lionheads,
making the coffee at Lionhead.
Yeah, that was my goal.
Yeah. Watching the lion.
Yeah,
In line.
or as a playtester or anything. But I met Simon at a party at Rain Games,
Yes.
or what became Rain Games, the developers of Teslagrad. We were gonna collab with them on something, a very early prototype of a project before they started Rain. And then Simon casually showed me a demo of Owlboy. And I was like, this is the best shit I've ever seen. I'm moving to England next week, but can we keep in touch through email? And he was like, yeah. He had been looking for, he had been looking for a programmer. He had been going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, very few programmers make games. They don't actually launch their own games. I showed Simon my website, rufflegames.com, and he was like, this is what I'm looking for.
Oh.
All my stupid games finally, coming to fruition. It was kind of my application, sort of.
Yeah.
And I started working on Owlboy. I didn't care. He couldn't pay me. I didn't care. I just worked on it because I loved it.
You got your dream job.
Yeah. And then after about a month or so, I had only been speaking with Simon through email.
Yeah.
And Skype, back when you used that.
Does anyone remember Skype?
Good old days.
Yes.
And then the game got nominated for an award in San Francisco at the IGF, Independent Games Festival.
Right. What year are we talking now?
So this is 2010.
Yes. And then Owlboy released the next... No.
We told everyone it would, but we actually announced, we launched the demo for the game in 2011, the year after.
Right.
And in the announcement trailer that we launched with it, it said 2011 at the end.
Oops.
Whoops. 5 years from then is when the game actually launched.
Yeah.
It launched in 2016.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I met Simon again, when we met each other in San Francisco for the award show.
Yeah.
Other games showed up there that we have never heard of, and we were like, oh, this looks kind of drab and colorless. Turns out it was Limbo.
Oops.
Right next to us.
Yeah.
Right next to us on the right side was another kind of, it looked kind of flashy, like a Flash game.
Yeah.
It was Shank, which is the prelude to Clay, which is now, Don't Starve and the big indies.
Yeah.
And there was just a bunch of games that we didn't know of. Jonathan Blow was there.
A bunch of people that now are like the big deals in the indie scene.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is where they all started. And that's where we started too. So it was like this weird. What are we even doing here? We're from Askey.
Yeah. We're like a small island outside like a coastal city in a tiny country.
Yes. So nobody cared about Owlboy that much before this.
Poor Otis.
Yes, and then we came back from San Francisco, and everyone cared. Level Up appeared for the first time. They interviewed us at home. They are essentially kind of the forefathers of Norwegian gaming media.
Yeah, and like independent game media, like
Yeah,
not
exactly.
a part of the big
Yeah.
institutions.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's some, as you said, Norwegian pioneers.
Yes, and they're still going strong.
Yeah, and now even like Rune, who's worked there, he's now a part of one of the big institutions and stuff. So they're doing really great work.
Exactly. So it would take, and then when they interviewed us, they of course asked, when is Owlboy coming out? And we said next year, and then 2011, next year. It kind of became our trademark. It still is, because we've been saying the same thing about Vikings on trampolines.
More on that later.
Yes. And then we finally came to 2016. Boy, that was a strange year. We cut so much stuff from the game, like half of it just got cut. We butchered it totally.
Because you weren't happy with it, or because you had to cut it to get done in time? Or?
We had to cut it because we couldn't get it done in time. We had after playing Minecraft, we wanted to make crafting in the game.
Oh no!
After playing, all these other type of games, we always get super inspired, and then scope creep happens, and you kind of just have to shut yourself down. We were kind of on the brink. None of us had gotten paid in years. We were living in an rundown. Like my mom, she was still supporting us. She owns a derelict house, basically, which we used as both our living space and our office.
Yeah.
It was such a weird time. And then Owlboy came out, and we got rich. First day. We had been eating noodles for so many years. It was the strangest freaking feeling. We were still living in that derelict house.
Yeah.
With millions in our bank account. And it was such a strange feeling. But we didn't really celebrate it all that much. We had to immediately, like on the day when we launched, I had bought like a bottle of whiskey. I opened it the second when the game launched.
Yeah.
And that was the only celebration I had, because the next second bug reports started pouring in.
Everything's broken.
And we're workaholics.
And you're artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just couldn't let it go. We started working on it immediately. We couldn't celebrate. It's not in our blood to do so. We only celebrated Owlboy a year after it launched.
Yeah.
That's when we had the first anniversary. And since we didn't celebrate when it actually launched, we've been celebrating ever since, every year on the 1st of November, since 2016. This is going to be our, this is year 10 now with the anniversary.
Yeah.
We always put Owlboy on a big sale. We announce new stuff. We launch new merch. And it's always something that is kind of dear to us, because our fans really like tune in on that day and ask us, how are you guys doing? And ask us,
where's
a bunch of
Owlboy
questions.
2?
Yeah, that's we usually do a Q&A session.
Yeah.
And it's tradition now that you ask, where is Owlboy 2?
By the way, Joe, where is Owlboy 2?
Oh, God.
I heard you cut half of the first game. That means you must have the second game basically ready.
That's Simon's favorite game is Majora's Mask, like Zelda Majora's Mask. And they did exactly that.
Yeah.
They used all the assets from Ocarina of Time to make another game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we could totally do that. But
probably just take 5 years this time.
Exactly. But the thing is, we feel that the Owlboy, we feel that the story is kind of told. It was an extremely personal story that evolved as we were like working on it. Like so many, 10 years in development, a lot of stuff happens. I lost all of my grandparents during that period.
Yeah.
All of whom believed in the project and were like super supportive.
Yeah.
So that was really like that they never saw that the game actually came to fruition. I always told them that it's right around the corner. Just hang on. Hang on. That was something that impacted me greatly. I lost a good friend during the development as well.
Yeah.
And all of these things we took into the project. Like there's a couple of scenes in Owlboy that were directly inspired from those tragedies. And in the end, we had to like I said, cut a lot of content. We made it part of the story that we actually had to cut content.
Yeah.
In the game, this is a spoiler, but the main city that you go to, Advent, gets destroyed. We try and like hype it up a little before you get there. So it's destroyed right before your eyes, before you can even like experience it. And that's kind of how we felt, like everything is destroyed now.
Yeah, because you were so looking forward to doing this, but we have to cut it because of...
Yes, exactly. And that resonated with a lot of people. Incidentally, when you make a game that is personal, usually you'll find a crowd that has been through the same kind of struggles.
Yeah, I can say I'm not saying this to like to be nice, but I loved Owlboy when it came out, and I think there's something like, yes, it's pretty, yes, the gameplay is good, but it's that personal connection.
It's right off the bat,
Yeah.
we wanted it to be personal.
Yeah.
We were intending for the game, you know, we wanted that Zelda Ocarina of Time start where you wake up in your own bed.
Yeah.
You're Otis now. But instead, we dialed it back even further. You start in Otis's dream instead, and you wake up from his nightmare.
Yeah.
His nightmare is that he is failing and failing and failing. He learns to fly, but he flunks
Yeah.
class. So you know the characters berate him for it, and they just start kicking Otis
Aw, poor
in his
Otis.
own dream. You
Yeah.
know, that's exactly how we felt when we were making the game.
Yeah.
One of the lines in the intro is "You have failed again and again and again." Which is exactly what we did year after year when we told people the game is coming this year.
Yeah, because you didn't want to postpone it 5 years.
No. So it all kind of connected with how we are as developers. And when people are asking for a sequel, they're essentially asking us to go through trauma again.
Yeah. Hey, got any more trauma you can give us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll pay for it.
Yeah. Do you have some more trauma to share?
Yeah. Have you gone back and played? I'm guessing you've gone back and visited Owlboy now after release.
Every year when we do the anniversary, we stream about an hour from the game. Last year, we actually finished the game for the first time.
Yeah.
It took us 9 years to finish the game.
10 years to develop, 9 years to finish.
Yes, because it's kind of a developer commentary. For an hour, we will play through. We will do some voice acting, some horrendous voice acting. We will comment on why we made these changes. Secrets that I didn't even know about. Like the first couple of anniversaries, Simon is like, "Oh yeah, there's a picture of cheese. Why is there a picture of cheese? Because
Yeah,
then he
then-
would like lay down lore on me that I never knew.
And you made the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I've spent 10 years with this game.
Yeah.
There's still secrets probably Simon has kept for me.
Yeah.
So for next year, we have no idea what we're going to do. Twiddle thumbs.
Yes.
Or, you know, show something completely new.
Yeah.
We'll see when we get there.
Exciting. Okay, so Owlboy comes out 2016. As you said, so you get rich. You're not developing Owlboy anymore. What happens then?
We go into a slump, kind of. We go into a postpartum depression.
Aw. Yeah.
We wind down a bit, but we start making projects. A lot of projects that we haven't told anyone about. Simon still does a little pixel art and art in general.
Yeah.
But he's completely burnt out for at least a year.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time just tinkering away at Owlboy while we had the chance. We ported it to different consoles. It hit Nintendo Switch 2 years after launch, PlayStation a couple of months later, and then Xbox. And then we kind of just drift a little apart. And that's until we decide to, you know, we need to start another project. Vikings on Trampolines.
Of course.
I mean, we started the game way before. We started the game like in 2011.
Right.
It actually won an award at Nordic Game, Indie Sensation, like essentially Game of the Year for indie games.
Yeah.
And it still hasn't launched, and that's 15 years ago now. So yeah, the timescales are getting kind of ridiculous. It's been in longer development than Owlboy, if you're gonna put it on paper.
But I guess not as active as a development.
No. I think on Vikings, collectively, we have probably worked on it for I would say 3 or 2.5 years. It's been hibernating, and then reawoken and then put on ice and then thawed so many times now.
And then someone becomes a father. And
Yes.
then someone buys a house.
Exactly. So it's been a reoccurring, like going back to Vikings on trampolines is kind of our thing now.
Yeah.
Even last year we started on a new project and put the Vikings on trampolines on a hiatus.
Put the Vikings off the trampoline.
Yes. And it's now, this last year, we've been fully focused on it finally.
Yeah.
Now we've started showing it around, showing the adventure mode around. We're going to finally do some more reveals as we get closer to August, like for Gamescom.
Yeah.
And then next year is going to be the year of Vikings.
Ooh.
Finally. We can't tell you which date, but we know that it's coming now.
And we know when D-pad says a year, they never go back on it. I'm sorry.
Yes. So don't get your hopes up.
No.
But yes.
2027.
Huh?
2027.
Yes. So I mean, now it feels so complete. Now we can finally show off the stuff we've been working on, which we haven't really wanted to do. Simon is such a perfectionist when it comes to everything. We keep things pretty close at heart until we're at that point where now we can start showing off stuff. It's a little because we don't like dangling the carrot too much. But also we want to do a big burst when we first, have the chance. We're so preoccupied with development that it's marketing and stuff. Like every other indie will tell you, it's like second. We didn't really start like Owlboy kind of. We didn't do a big marketing job with that either. We didn't have a marketing budget or anything. But it kept being nominated for awards. We kept doing trips and we kept showing it off on our social medias. And Simon is such an exceptional artist that he has like 10 times the followers that D-Pad Studios official channels have.
Right.
So he's kind of I would define D-Pad Studio as kind of like an art project. More than it's like
programming.
Exactly. Like we do all these kind of experiments and fun side things as well.
And I find that very fascinating with you guys because, as you said, you're not your main focus, but one of your biggest focuses is the art. But you're still a very gameplay focus. Like your games, like Viking on Trampolines, isn't the visual like it is as well because it's like you're very gameplay focused as well.
Yes, so that's a lot of these Vikings on Trampolines specifically was an idea that I came up with when I was a kid. A lot of the ideas that we've been talking about in D-Pad Studio stem from those Ruffle Games days. A lot of my prototypes have been padified.
Really?
There's even a version of Dungeon Chaos where Simon made the art. We just never finished it, but it looks freaking awesome. We should probably have finished that off at some point, but
2028.
Yes. There's a lot of different projects that I kind of want to show off, but Vikings on Trampolines is the focus now, and it started off as just a game that I made called Civilization Rampage. It was inspired by Age of Empires. It was going to be like a strategic, like a city builder, like you had different types of units and stuff. And I couldn't figure out how to animate the characters. So what I did is instead of having the units move around like on the ground, I figured that I can get away with just having one frame of animation and then rotating it and putting it on trampolines. And so they could reach their castles and their resources and stuff. I don't have to animate anything. It's time saver.
Being lazy is sometimes a good thing.
It's the best thing. I'm so glad. Like, if AI had existed back then, I had used it to generate stuff for me. I would have missed out on that concept. Like like a lot of people will tell you that, oh, AI is the best tool that you can have. It'll do everything for you. But they don't realize that limitations and restrictions are often where people actually get creative.
Like, we wouldn't have games like Mario or Zelda or Sonic if they didn't have the limitations to work within.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They became iconic. Even the sounds have their limitations, and they're iconic to this day.
Yeah.
You can't beat it. It doesn't get talked about enough. I feel everybody talks about AI, like what you can gain from it, but not a ton of what you lose from it.
Yeah, and that's because like the creative laziness, I guess, in a way, is like that's a skill.
Yeah.
Being lazy in a good way,
Yeah.
I guess, because you're not lazy, but you find out, how can I get from here to here the easiest so that I can do other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so my stupid ass game about Vikings on trampolines, called Civilization Rampage at that point, died. I wanted nothing to do with it anymore. It was a stupid idea, so I chucked it on my hard drive together with my other 200 graveyarded projects. And then one day, me and Simon just wanted to have fun. We looked through each other's projects. I showed him like 30 different games that I had made back in the day. Somehow I found the old demo of Civilization Rampage. We booted it up and we played it for like an hour straight, just gathering resources and bumping it to each other. And it looked absolutely terrible. But Simon has this thing where when he sees something that is absolutely trash, he will swing his magic wand and make it look friggin' amazing.
He sees like something he can fix, or like he sees the potential of what it can become.
Yes, and this has happened a couple of times. Like, do you know Cheetah Man? It's a really old NES game.
Okay, yeah.
It was compiled together with a ton of other trash games. It's notoriously bad. It's so freaking... you should see some gameplay from it on YouTube. There's a bunch of different people like just covering it. I think Nostalgia Critic is one of them. And then Simon did his magic wand, and he made like a mock-up for that game that people actually want to play. So search
2029.
Yes,
we're making the plan for D-pad for the next years.
Search Snake Pixel and Cheetah Man mock-up, and you'll find it. And that's kind of Simon's special skill. And he did the same thing with Vikings on Trampolines. We were supposed to have like a summer vacation. We never have those. Instead, we made a new game. We kind of reimagined Civilization Rampage into Vikings on Trampolines. We still had those resource management stuff. And then we figured it's way funner to just like bump each other and crash each other to the ground. So we got rid of all the Age of Empires stuff and only had like the brawling aspect of it. And that's Vikings on Trampolines as it is today.
Awesome.
With new power-ups, and now we have an adventure mode. It's looking kind of crazy these days.
What is like maybe one of the things, or a few things that you specifically learned from Owlboy that you've applied to the development of Vikings on Trampolines? Is it scope creep? Is it how like?
So I wish it was scope creep.
Okay.
It's a great lesson for anyone. Sadly, we are, both happily and sadly, we are still independent. We still make a lot of money off of Owlboy. It's given us comfort, and we can essentially do whatever we want.
Well, that's a very nice place to be.
It is sometimes. But I've noticed whenever we have a little bit of pressure on ourselves, that's when we fire on all cylinders and get really like into the groove.
And that's interesting because we just talked about the limitations of the game console making games like Mario and Zelda.
Yeah.
And when you've got limitations that make you as well, like as people actually get more focused.
A little more productive,
Yeah.
because you have this goal now. You need to reach it or it's the end.
Yeah.
And you see it with a bunch of devs. Mina the Hollower just came out.
Yeah.
And they had Yacht Club, the developers. They came out a little while ago and said that this is the hook on the door. If this doesn't do well, we're gone.
Yeah.
And you can almost tell from the game that these guys were desperate for making something amazing that will just blow people away.
It's kind of like the hungry artist.
Yeah. So they could be doing Shovel Knight spin-offs still, but finally they make something completely new and something that, even though it's like a nostalgia bait almost,
Well,
it's just a fantastic freaking game.
Yeah.
It makes me like. It's so weird that you can make games like that still, and it still feels fresh,
Yes, because it definitely don't take this the wrong way. It doesn't look fresh, just in the style, because it looks like an old game.
Yes,
but it still looks good, and it looks like a good, but not fresh. But you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It looks retro.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel nostalgic at this point. Like
Yeah.
it's got so many modern mechanics and stuff, so it feels really new. And that's kind of what we're hoping for with Vikings on Trampolines as well. We kind of have all these Super Nintendo, like everybody compares it to like, oh, it reminds me of Super Mario World. It reminds me of Lost Vikings
Yeah.
from Blizzard. All of these things that we kind of pull on,
Yeah.
but at the same time, hopefully we'll have that same Mina the Hollower effect where it still feels fresh when someone plays it, like
Yeah.
they haven't played anything like this before. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
Right. You mentioned playing Mina the Hollower. How much time do you take now to play games yourself? And has your I'm guessing your playing habits might have changed after becoming a game developer. How has that evolved, especially now as well as being a dad and all the other things in life?
I always play games that inspire me. Usually, I always try and find a game that kind of I know will resonate with how I think as a developer.
Yeah.
I stopped playing when I was younger. I played a lot of like brainless, like Halo, Call of Duty, just to blow off steam. You know? We played League of Legends in the office for a while. That was the most stressful time of our lives. But now I mostly play games to have a good time and also to get inspired. So Mina the Hollower is kind of a hard game, but at the same time, it's so inspiring that you just push through it. I completed Silk Song when that came out. It gave me a legit heart attack a couple of times.
Yeah,
like, I thought I was gonna die. I had to go outside and breathe.
I had to take a break.
But it's so inspiring that I have to push through,
Yeah.
And a lot of people will tell you it's too hard and they will hate on it. But if you are driven, you will endure.
Yes.
And get inspired. But like you want to experience the music and the graphics and all of the crazy ideas they come up with.
Yeah.
I try my best to avoid spoilers and stuff, and I even log off social media and stuff when I play
some words.
When I play stuff like that.
Yeah. So you're still a fan of games. That's very nice to hear. It's not like, no, that's work now. I have to hide it away.
It's been 50-50 kind of. Because I always when I play those type of games, you get to a point where I want to actually use this inspiration for something.
Yeah.
So I think when I had Game Pass for Xbox, when I was when I devoured the most games,
Yeah.
but it was also the most stressful because I put aside work for a while, and I made a pact with myself when I was a kid that I wouldn't get addicted to games ever. I got addicted to a game called Disgaea back when
Right.
it was.
Yes.
It's a tactical RPG, like a Japanese,
Yeah.
in the vein of like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Mm.
You can level until you like drop. You can get like to level 9,999, and I got so like hooked. It kind of started impacting my health and my ability to work. So I decided that let's never do that again. I took a tattoo to remind myself every morning when I wake up. But look at this tattoo. This is a printy from the Disgaea game.
Yeah.
And it reminds me that please get to work.
Yeah.
Don't get addicted to games. Like it's coke to me.
Well, yeah. It is it can be an addictive thing if you don't, as you said, if you don't measure it and control it yourself.
Yes, exactly. There's a limit, to everything you do.
Yeah.
So, and I've now that I have kids, I want them to like learn the same lesson. We have a limited time on how long we play, but the thing is, we always play together. I've never given them an iPad to play on. I want to be part of their gaming. So when we play these days, we're playing Donkey Kong, like Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yes.
And we have bean bags right in front of the TV, and the kids are parked, and I'm parked in the middle, and I'm there as assistants when we get to the boss.
Yeah.
And that's because gaming to me has always been a social thing.
Yeah.
That's why we're making Vikings and Trampolines like a social, like you can play up to 4 players in that game. I always dreamed about having like a group of people. The reason why I played Halo so much was because I invited the entire neighborhood. I burned through 3 Xboxes, like with red rings of death.
Yeah.
Because we were playing it so much with the neighbor kids, and Call of Duty when you could play online and stuff. Playing with people is kind of why we love making games, and that's why we always make sure to travel and show it off as well. We're addicted to that.
So, have your kids tried playing Owlboy or Vikings on Trampolines?
Not Owlboy. No. They won't understand it yet.
Yeah, because you have to read. And,
it looks like a kid's game. It's not.
It's not. It's not.
It's just it's a ruse. It looks very colorful and vibrant, but it has some themes that unless you yourself have experienced like depression, going through changes, and it won't really resonate with you all that much. So we're waiting. Yeah. Hopefully they never go through that phase. As a dad, I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. But they will. Yeah. So at some point, they're ready for Owlboy. Yeah. We've played Vikings on Trampolines. Of course, they're my QA team.
Right. Is outsourcing, is that insourcing? Like this?
Yeah. I owe them a bunch.
Yeah.
And they think it sucks.
Oh no.
They think it's too hard.
Oh.
They can't stay on the trampolines. And that's
then you say
perfect.
Get good and close them in the room.
Yeah.
And like, practice.
That's perfect because with Vikings on Trampolines specifically, we're working on assistant gameplay, like making an assist mode, making it as accessible as possible.
Yes.
The whole thing started when we noticed that we don't really need button presses in this game. You jump on trampolines, so we can get rid of the jumping button. There's no need for it. The power-ups are automatically used when you touch them, so we don't need any power-up buttons. Suddenly, we're left with just the joystick.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting thing. The reason why it resonated with me was because I think of the game as a party game. So whenever I play it, I invite a couple of friends over and we drink beers as we play it. with one hand
Ah.
because you only need
one
to use
hand,
the
yeah.
joystick to play an entire game.
Yeah.
But then we went to Tokyo Game Show a couple of years ago. And this interesting thing happened. A family of a Japanese dad and his kid came over, and they tried a game, and we couldn't really. They weren't talking to each other, and we were kind of mystified by it. And so Simon went over and explained the controls to them as best he could. Like, you only need to use the thumbstick, and then the dads started gesturing with his hands.
Right. Sign language.
He was deaf, and so was his kid. So suddenly they could smack talk each other while playing the game,
Yeah.
which they had never experienced before.
Right, because they have one hand available. So
Yes, and then Simon and his wife joined for a session, and they played each other, and they could make strategies against Simon using sign language. And they beat them. They beat
that's
them to a
fun.
pulp. And we had never really thought about the game as being an accessible
Yeah.
in that accessibility line.
Accidental accessibility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we're kind of focused on making more accessibility features for it. We've talked to Elisabeth Siverts.
Yes, Arevia.
She is known for advocating for accessibility in games.
Yes.
And she's going to help us a little bit, come up with maybe things that we haven't thought of with the game. We want to make it as accessible as possible now, because that just gave us hope. Like that moment at Tokyo Game Show, that was like, holy crap, there is something here, something magical.
What a great story. So we're closing on the end of the conversation, but in addition to being like in a D-pad and Viking trampolines and Owlboy, you also recently were the head of the Games of Norway Festival.
Yes.
You want to talk a bit about what that was and how that went?
So on Steam, there's these regional sales events from time to time. You have games made in Germany, games made in Sweden.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, is it time to maybe do something like this in Norway? Norway has grown a lot lately. We have some known titles from here now. Owlboy is one of them.
Yes.
But we have Dune Awakening suddenly becoming a hit.
Moomin Troll.
We have Conan Exiles. We have a ton of other games like Krillbyte Studios. We have Megapop, which recently launched their new game Life Below.
Yeah.
Things are happening now.
Yay.
Finally. We're way behind everyone else.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think we have now reached that threshold where it's worth celebrating our gaming industry.
Yes.
And it was Trygve Bjelvåg who posted on. We have our gaming community in Norway is so small that we can fit everyone inside a Facebook group of developers.
And it's easy to see everyone. It's not like chaos.
Actually, today we have the Spillkonvent, which is a national gathering of every single developer in one place in Oslo.
Yeah.
Because we're just that tiny that you can fit everyone in a room. And we share business insights. I mean, we're such a close-knit community almost that we share secrets with each other.
Yeah.
And that's a large part why Owlboy did as well as it did, because I asked Ragnar Turnquist of Red Thread Games for tips and how to market and stuff. And they all happily share that stuff. So it was time for a celebration, and we just we took another time off on Vikings and Trampolines. We love helping other developers, especially when they struggle, which a lot of developers do in Norway. The first time we helped, create something like that was at Spill Expo in 2012.
Right.
Our very first large gaming convention. We got a booth, and we gathered 16 developers in this tiny little space.
Yeah.
No more than this almost.
Yeah.
And we were like
Not
shoulder
COVID
to
friendly.
shoulder. But it was most awesome thing. Like so many people were coming in and playing Norwegian games for the first time.
Yeah.
It was like magic. So people coming in were like asking, are all of these Norwegian games? And they were like, whoa. There's game developers in Norway. It was the very first time that many people realized that games get created in Norway as well. And then we've done a lot of stuff like that. But the big one, I feel, could be Games of Norway.
Yeah.
It's a Steam event that we held last month. And I was surprised by it because I was like intending to invite like 50, maybe 60 developers or games.
Yeah.
Turns out we have a lot more. So I did an open roll call on the Facebook group, and 170 games. We rounded them all up.
Yeah.
And it became like a major celebration. There were live streams, there were regional live streams where you had interviews with developers and interview with like key figures in gaming communities and stuff. And it was just like it took me by surprise. It was gonna be like. I mean, I saw profit. It's a sales event.
Yeah, it did what it was supposed to do.
Exactly. But then all the culture just came rushing along with it. And we gave a bunch of keys away to streamers. They enjoyed the heck out of it. So we're going to keep doing it next year at the same time. We celebrate our Independence Day on 17th of May.
Yep.
So we're always going to... That's a very special day in Norway. We rush the streets, literally.
Literally, we close everything down.
Everything is closed.
Except bars.
And kids go out and wave flags and eat hot dogs.
Then we can go home and buy Norwegian games.
Yes, that's what we're aiming for, going ahead. We're going to have an entire week, and with 17th of May smack in the middle. Just celebrate Norwegian games.
And hopefully, I won't make you say yes or no, but hopefully we will be able to play Vikings on trampolines by then. Hopefully.
Yes. So what happened this year was there was a bunch of demos coming out. I didn't plan for anything, any of this.
Yeah.
Stuff just happened.
Yeah.
There was game launches.
Yeah. People were very obviously hungry for this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a game called Ignore the Blackbird that launched during the event.
Yeah.
The Life Below demo launched. Go check it out. All of the games, we have a website called gamesofnorway.com.
Yes.
It highlights some of the things that happened. We're also going to update it with Norwegian centric game happenings.
Yeah.
Like when a game launches, we're going to put it on there.
Yeah.
Make sure to jump into the newsletter because we're going to do every year. We're going to do a massive giveaway of Norwegian games.
Yeah.
This year there was we did a giveaway of 19 Norwegian games. Moomin Troll was in there.
Yeah.
Scald the Black Priory. We had high profile games in there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it every year.
Awesome.
So go and check it out.
Gamesnorway.com, and we've been posting clips on my channel and on other channels, and it was a really fun event to be a part of. So we've talked about Vikings and Owlboy and Games of Norway. What's in the future? What are you? Because of course you're working on Games of Norway and on Vikings Trampolines, but is there anything else you'd like to do going forward?
We have like I mentioned before, Vikings has been in hiatus. It's been a roller coaster of a ride.
Yeah.
We have several different gaming projects that we're going to slowly reveal
Yeah.
as we get closer to launching Vikings.
Yeah.
Or shortly thereafter, because most of them are playable at this point.
Yeah.
We can totally, like it's Simon.
Yeah.
It looks ready. So we're gonna probably spend some more time on certain titles, and we need to like bunker down and figure out exactly which one we're going to work on. But every single one has potential, so that's what we're going to be doing.
Exciting. If people want to know where these games, like where should they go to follow you and get this information?
So deepheadstudio.com, we're always going to keep that updated with new games, of course. Follow Deephead Studio on our socials. We're on everything. Follow Snake Pixel, for the love of God. If you love art, follow Snake Pixel. He doesn't just make pixel art. He makes everything.
If you don't love art, I'm very fascinated why you're still listening to this conversation about art and games. But I'm not complaining. I'm just fascinated.
Because he rarely posts anything else.
Yeah.
Like you have all these people on Twitter like complaining and making massive threads of stuff. Simon posts his art. That's what he does.
It's a very positive influence.
Yeah.
So, Joe, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you to everyone for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.